tougher tier system of COVID-19 restrictions for England has come into force as the national 4-week lockdown is lifted. The measures, which came into force at midnight, were approved by MPs in the Commons last night with the support of 291 votes to 78. More than 55 million people in the country are being placed in the top 2 strictest tiers, with London in Tier 2. The rules are tougher than in the previous tier system England was faced with before its second lockdown began in November. The Debenhams website has been overwhelmed by hundreds of thousands of shoppers searching for bargains after the chain collapsed. Customers were forced to wait to enter the website last night after a queue system was triggered due to exceptional demand, the department store said. The chain is launching a 70% off pre-Christmas fire sale clearance in what is expected to be the last ever sale across its remaining 124 stores. It comes after last-ditch attempts to save the chain before it collapsed on Tuesday morning. JD Sports, which was tipped to rescue the 242-year-old department store, said it was no longer interested after Acadia, which is worth £75 million a year to Debenhams, collapsed. Zoom, Microsoft Teams and the NHS COVID-19 app were among the most popular downloads from the Apple's App Store in the UK this year. The impact of coronavirus was evident across the top free list on iPhone for 2020. Zoom ranked number 1 and Microsoft Teams at 7 as people turned to video conferencing technology to work from home, stay in touch with family and continue schooling. Taking the second spot was the NHS COVID-19 app, which was released late September as a tool to help alert users if they had been in close proximity with anyone who had tested positive for coronavirus. Attorney General William Barr said no evidence of widespread voter fraud has been found that would change the result of the presidential election in the US. The comments from one of Donald Trump's most ardent allies come despite Mr. Trump's repeated baseless claims that the election was stolen and his refusal to concede. Mr. Barr said US attorneys and FBI agents have been working to follow up specific complaints and information they had received, but found no evidence that would change the vote's outcome. Before the election, Mr. Barr had repeatedly raised the notion that mail-in voting could be especially vulnerable to fraud during the coronavirus pandemic, as Americans feared going to polls. And finally, celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay and Harry Potter actor Tom Felton were among the most popular on TikTok's list of most watched videos of 2020 in the UK. The most watched video on the social media app, a lion walking through a safari park, has been liked more than 20 million times. Meanwhile, the biggest trend on the platform was #BlindingLights, which saw NHS workers and families dance to the Weeknd song Blinding Lights during the country's first lockdown. That's according to the social media firm's review of the year.